What is the crack, ladies and gentlemen? It's Gibboeire here with another episode of The Long Dark. How y'all doing? Okay. Here we are. It's about 2 or 3 days later here now since I'd done the last episode. So I had a quick look at the last episode, but I still do remember the bear was in the vicinity. I remember we got attacked by that wolf out the front there. That was a particularly janky set of circumstances which that actually occurred. That was kind of a bit of a pain in the tatas. But what can you do? What we got going on here? 10%, 10%? No, 26 and that. Bit of cured. We've none cured. Ready to rock. What do we got here to work with in terms of tools? We got some good shit. I've no food cooked on me right now. We do need to do a bit of cooking. So we may want to look at getting a wood supply ready to rock here. I do have, like, there's fucking food in here. Like, there is, like, a ton of food in here, which I would rather not touch unless was absolutely necessary. There is some shit that is low, but I'm not exactly sure on the rate of deterioration for some of this stuff. But I know for a fact that it's not quick at all, and I would rather not touch this shit unless it was absolutely necessary, because I just feel like this lasts so much longer than the shit that we're going to get off the animals anyway. And the shit you get off the animals, I feel, is better as well in terms of calories, typically. If it's a deer, anyway. Sounded like a howl. Is there water in here? Have I taken this yet? Give me that. Might as well grab it while we're here. Sure fucking, why not? Oh, down vest. Nice. We haven't actually looked in these two lockers. I haven't really searched through this place at all. And I'm trying to leave that until a time when the weather is so bad that we literally have nothing better to do. Or, like, the people... No, I say people. The locals that may be outside might not be very friendly on a particular day. And if we're surrounded and we were stuck here, then I'll search this place. But there's nothing that we need immediately. Like, there's nothing that I have a great need to get with a load of haste. Now that's the freshest gear there. The stuff closest to us, the stuff that we need to... Oh wait, I need to grab a pry bar, don't I, actually? Yeah, because the boot of that car still hasn't actually been done. Now, we had a pry bar here somewhere, was there not? There was, yeah. So we'll grab this one. We're going to keep that one on us. We go back out here. What we want to do now is grab a load of firewood. We get a fire going and we do a job on that, on the old, the meat and that there. We'll probably cook all of this pile up and then have that on us now for the next day or two. And we just want to get an idea of what the animal situation is here now. I feel like I've been too fucking complacent in the past couple of episodes of my walking around here. And we've gotten into engagements with wolves that we really didn't need to. And I want to try and cut that down as much as possible. Okay, no sign of any... We get up on this hill. Can I make this? There we go. Remember, there's still all of these houses here that we have to look through as well, which we haven't actually gone near at all. I didn't even notice that. I had a quick look at the name of this garage. You can see it on the save file, actually, when you save it. This is Quonset, and that's Quonset Garage. So there is a name for the place. Can these be broken down with bare hands? No, they cannot. No, that is exactly what we would be liking to get our hands on. Okay. No, oh, wait. No, that's a mailbox. Okay, no, we're good. There doesn't seem to be any locals here today, so we're in a good spot. We got a bit of breathing space. I would like to know exactly where that bear is, but I don't think they hang around for too long. I think they tend to move on their little patrol route after a while. Anyway, I don't think they tend to stick, so that's good to keep in mind. I'm just going to lie to myself. I actually don't know that at all, but I'm going to tell myself that sweet little lie in the hopes that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and comes true. I am extremely tired this morning. I done a race last night, a fucking night run, and I don't think I stretched out adequately because my hip is not happy with me. My hip flexor, it's just that creaking. The muscle that kind of connects your butt and your leg to like your back is particularly sore. So I've done a bit of stretching and stuff like that, and I've taken some anti-inflammatories to try and just give myself a bit of relief so I can chill. I think I'm just going to take it easy for the day. I have a day off work, like, so it's gee, I'm just going to sit here and play fucking video games and relax. It's my belly. Thought that was a growl. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and chill for the day, but it kind of got me thinking about the situation our character finds himself in here. Like, alright, like, fair enough. I give the game a lot of shit for the sprains that we get on a regular basis. And let's bear in mind, a sprain isn't just a fucking wrap a bandage on it and then on you fucking go. Like, I know rice is the treatment for a sprain. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. What the fuck is that? But, like, the pain would still persist for, like, if not a day, possibly several, depending on the extent of the sprain. Like, so you think about all the niggling little injuries that your character is going to pick up and how much harder they would make a survival situation. I'm looking for sticks. I need to keep doing that. How much harder that would make a survival situation. Like, that's all that shit. It starts taking a toll on you. But what it got me really thinking about, other than that, which is, they're the obvious ones, like, think about how far we walk or have walked on this character, like the distances that are involved here. Now let's just presuppose that the character has any level of fitness whatsoever. After a while, like, fatigue would start to set in on your muscles. Like, there would be days when you would get up and you would just be in so much fucking pain that, like, you could probably not even put one foot in front of the other. And I think that's something that, like, you don't factor in when you're wandering around in these games. That sounded like an engine to me. Yeah, no, that's definitely something that doesn't, like, you don't factor into your thought process in regards to these games sometimes. Now, I know that you have, like, a tiredness bar and stuff like that, and there's the first aid mechanic in all of this game, but it's just some food for thought. I may slag our character off for being a bitch sometimes, but he's probably suffering more than you'd think. So I will give him the benefit of that doubt, I suppose. You CGI bastard. Now, let's grab all this shit. Would CGI be the right term for this? I guess it would be. It is a computer-generated image. Now, I put that bit in there just for those of you that may not have understood what CGI meant. Oh. I'm not too sure where we're at in terms of wood. Hang on, I'll do a quick check. We're gonna want a fair... Yeah, we want another 10 at least. There's a building up there. I didn't even see that. So we're in the town of Quonset. It's nice to put a name to the place rather than me just kind of making up names as I go along and confusing you guys. We need to do a job on some arrows as well. I think I actually have the arrowheads equipped on my character at the moment. We should actually grab as much as we could physically carry and pile it all up in the base like I was planning. Running. We're going to get distance between us and whatever it is and then figure out what it is. I think that was a deer. But I can't be certain. There's definitely something there. And it sounded like it was close enough that it could be an issue. But I didn't hear any barking or howling or growling, so it might just be a deer. But, like, going back over there until I know for certain what it is stupidity at its highest. So what we'll do, we'll make our way up into the forest via this pathway. We'll just grab whatever we fucking can from here. Maybe whatever it is, we'll pat down a bit, and I can get eyes on it and work out exactly what it is that's in front of me here. I have theories regarding what's causing the sound drops every now and again. I actually think it's got something to do with power supply. The power supply in this room, ever since I live in the attic in this house, and it's a conversion, and for whatever reason it is prone to, I'm gonna say fluctuation, but like it does cut out the odd time, particularly when the electric shower downstairs is turned on. So my theory, because you do see the lights flickering, and what I noticed when I watched back one of the videos was that I actually said, oh, I think the power's a bit to go, because the lights had flickered, and that's when the clipping sound started kicking in. So my theory I'm working off at the moment is that it's got absolutely fuck all to do with my computer, my rig, my setup, or anything whatsoever. I don't think there's any issues there at all. Like, oh, you son of a bitch. Ho ho. Ho ho ho. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. I think we're well out of aggro range, but, like, let's just not fuck around here. I really don't think it has anything to do with my rig whatsoever, which, again, is quite a decent one. So my theory that I'm operating off now at the moment is I believe that whenever there's any kind of, like, fluctuations in the flow of current or whatever way you want to phrase that shit, electrical know-how people, to the room, I think that's what's causing the clipping sounds. And that's my best kind of theory that I can operate off now at the minute. Yeah, alright, we're going back inside. Nah, this is, on a scale of 1 to nope, that's pretty high up on the nope spectrum. This would be a good time to explore this area. Now, I saw a fire barrel. When I logged on, there was still like 3 hours of daytime, so I was looking for the bed, but I accidentally, like, moved it away and then came back around, and I was like, where's the bed? So in my search in the dark to find the bed, I found the fire barrel, which is easy to find in the daytime, of course, but at nighttime, that's kind of tricky. 95% chance of success, 39 sticks. We're gonna cook this up. Pretty much everything that we have on us here. We'll try and get rid of this fish as well. I hate to see shit like that go to waste. Throw all of that into us. Hopefully, over the course of the hour or two this takes, the bear will have fucked off. And then we can push out and start exploring more. I spoke at the start of this episode also about how kind of, or did I? I kind of don't really have a... Shit, quicker. I don't really have an idea of... No, at the end of the last episode, sorry, I kind of like... I spoke about how I don't really know where to go from here now at the moment. Like, I don't really have a clear-cut objective, because we're kind of really well set up at the moment. Like, we've got a ton of fucking food. We've got a really good way of getting food. We have guns for days. More guns than I have fucking limbs at the moment. And we've spread them out across everywhere that we fucking can. So, and we've got more food than I could probably eat in a month in real life. Like, we're so well fucking set now at the moment that, like, there's no clear-cut objective that we currently have other than not getting eaten by a bear. Which I'm absolutely 100% down with, may I add. I'm on board with that concept entirely. I just want enough fire to be able to cook this food, by the way. And then we'll probably do myself 3 liters of water just to keep me going for the next couple of days. And then we'll see how things stand then. And then I can drop these sticks in the pile that we started. Okay, we're gonna need another... that many, I reckon. We do our 3 liters. What's the bets that I have this just perfect? Oh, we might be just shy of it. I think we are. I think we need one more. 2. Okay, and now we boil it. Boiling the water probably would take more time and energy than melting the snow, if I'm honest. Because if you think about the latent heat, that's gonna have to be like the science end of things there, like heat latency and stuff like that. It would probably take more time for it to boil, I'd say, rather than just melt. Melting would be quite a rapid process, I feel, whereas boiling it, you have to wait for all the snow to melt, to the way latent heat works, in order to be able to allow it to go up to 100 degree science. Not my particularly strongest subject, nor weakest, but I have a vague idea of how that is supposed to work. Okay, right. We've been in here for a while. Our guy is actually really fucking tired now. Is it worth taking a sleep? Go sleep for an hour. Give me the opportunity to reset the mobs in the area. So, like, the animals and all that shit. Hopefully the bear has fucked off. Give our guy a little bit of energy back. Keeps our temperature nice and high, too. Although, it is 23 degrees in here. Okay, so shitty weather. Let's have a gander. Bear right in front of me as soon as I get out the door. In before it happens. Right, the weather's shit. And it's not a problem because it's not, like, cold. I can deal with snow. The problem with that is that it covers up the sounds of what's going on around me and makes it difficult for me then to pinpoint the location of various different beasties that are in the area around us. And we do know there is a bear in the area. So that is a concern. And until we know exactly where said beastie is, I am uncomfortable moving around without a gun. We get the height. I hear something. 100% heard something. We err on the side of caution. Again, risking things unnecessarily in this game is just silly. So what we will do, as we've now been forced pretty much to stay in this building, is we can do a bit of work on stuff like research, so we can catch up on any downtime that we may have. So I could do an hour into this. Why the fuck not? While we have the daytime, we have a look at our clothing really fast, and we'll just see the condition of everything. So what's this at? 99, 94, 96. That is looking like it could use a bit of, but we need deer for that. Next time we kill a deer, we'll skin it. That's basically what that comes down to. The mucklooks are looking well. Still don't know what the crack is in terms of accessories. We do want to try and suss that out. We have wolf hide currently curing, so we'll be able to repair the wolf hide jacket soon. Right. There's not really anything for well, actually repairs. We're looking really at the arrowheads would be the only thing. Really. Do I have them on me? I do. There they are. We don't have branches for them here is the only problem. They are located back on the previous map. Yeah. So we'd want to get branches for that sooner rather than later. So we're going to keep that. That's going to be up there on our list of things to do. Is there a thing where you can make, like, notes? That'd actually be quite nice. Collectibles. There's collectibles. I wasn't aware of that. I would like to find the bunker, the prepper's cache, or whatever it's fucking called. That would be nice. Oh yeah, hang on. Distance traveled. Kilometers. Now, there we are. How long have we survived? 43 days. So that averages out. Divide that by 43. So by 10 gives us 17 by 4. Alright, so what? 4 or 5 kilometers a day. But in the snow. And not necessarily with, like, adequate footwear. Underfed on certain days. Injured on other days as well. Sometimes with suboptimum rest. And then in extremely cold conditions. That'd be exhausting. And on some days you'll do more kilometers than others. Like some days we didn't do any traveling, we just stayed in and done repairs and shit like that. Whereas on others, we could have done upwards of 10 plus. Like, and depending on the pace in which you're doing that and the weather conditions, shit like that, that's tough. We've had 39 encounters with wolves. Shit. Weather sounds better. Pop our head outside for a second. I need to be able to hear, so that way I can work out if there's a bear near me. That's the problem with the circumstances in which we find ourselves now at the moment. That sound is fucking AIDS. Like, straight up not cool. I heard something over that way the last time. So I'm gonna just push on this way, I reckon. See this shit? Cresting hills like this, and then there's a wolf on the other side. That, I've noticed that has been a recurring issue that I keep having. There's definitely something we want to try and avoid. Now remember, we did hear something up here as well, but I want to fucking see what's up here. I think those sounds are just meant to be ambient sounds of, like, snow falling from the trees. I think the bear sounds in this game when they're aggroed sound a lot like the WoW sounds, so I think we'll know if we've pulled one. Oh, it stopped snowing. Nice. Okay, that's good. Nah, yeah, there's definitely something up there. But I'm not hearing any howling. I can't tell if that's hooves kind of clip-clopping, like a deer, or if it's staggered kind of footsteps like a bear. Or if it's a flag blowing in the wind. It's coming this way, which makes me think it's a bear, to be honest with you. And we're not really tooled up to manage that at the moment, are we? Not that I'd hit a fucking headshot in one go, like, but I'd rather have a gun than a fucking flare gun, like. But stranger things have happened. Right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna box around and come at it from the left here. Try and get line of sight onto that actual high ground as opposed to take it by the slope. And kind of coming over the rise of it just as we get into kind of close kind of contact with whatever may actually be there. And then I'm obviously potentially aggroing whatever the fuck it is that's there as well. If it's a deer, we might want to kill it, actually. Which may seem like a bit of overkill in terms of meat. And yes, it is. But I do want to get a deer hide sooner rather than later. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way up here. And then use the elevation to be able to spot out whatever it is that's up there. If it's a deer, we're going hunting. We're going to kill that fucker. Get a deer hide on the fucking go so we can start curing it. And do a bit of a repair on our pants. Not that it's not massively necessary, but gives us a bit of an objective. I have a feeling this is just going to be... oh, music. Fuck you. That's just the 2 hours to nighttime music. I have a feeling it's going to be something stupid like a flag, or possibly rabbits or something like that, but I don't know, I think I've been overly kind of confident in how I'm approaching certain things like that, and I've been kind of ignorant in terms of my kind of awareness of what's going on around me, and it's gotten me attacked so many times in the past couple of episodes that I just want to kind of fucking really pay attention to what I'm fucking doing, and just exercise a bit. Like, we have the calories, we're not in a rush. Like, there is no panic about searching any of these buildings, so why do it fucking stupidly? And we know there's so much bad shit in this area as well. Like, there is so many fucking bears, there's so many wolves. So, this is where we're looking. The sound is actually coming from the left. I'm actually starting to think this is just ambient game noise, to be honest with you. I get over here now and there's a fucking bear, I'll lose me shit. Aye, it's a deer. I was about to say, I think that was a bit of ice there, so we hear a clip a clop. Right. What was that? Oh, we never dropped off the sticks. We'll grab some actually while we're here. We'll try and continue to be a bit... no, we don't want to waste 10 minutes. Okay, so we know there's a deer in the area. That's nice. Am I going to be able to get up on him is the question. From here. This is a risky one here now, because it is starting to get kind of late. Our dude is tired, and we only have the one arrow, so we could be chasing him, is what my fear is, and I don't really have the time for that. So actually, to be honest with you, killing the... Unless this happens. Wow. Unless he walks right the fuck up onto me like that. Neat. That went really well. Holy shit. What we want is to hide, first and foremost. And we're just going to see, time-wise, an hour. It'll take the 2 hours of daylight that we have left to completely harvest this deer. I'm okay with that. However, it has... Oh, shit. It's dark. I mean, it is really fucking dark. I've got raw meat on me. There's a bear in the area. What could possibly go wrong?
Too heavy.
And I... Oh, I can sprint. No, that's okay. I hear sounds everywhere. I can't see anything. I should just go into this building and sleep in here. Where am I heading? I think that's my destination there. No, it's not. Where the fuck is it? Where's the garage? It's over here somewhere. That's it over there. That's what you're hearing creaking. I just want to go for it, like, sprint. Nope. 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 Where's that house? Let's get in it. Promptly. I can barely fucking see. Haul ass. Let's go now. Where's the door? Where's the door? In the door. Ho ho ho. For those of you that may not have seen that, that was a bear. It was a big ass bear directly in the way of where we wanted to go. We were walking right towards him, and we have approximately 10 kilos of uncooked meat on us. Giving us a nice, wonderful fucking snackery smell for the bear to chase us. Fucking spectacular. Okay, let's top our guy off with food. And let's make it daytime. Shit. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Oh, man. We might want to just fucking kill him. We might want to just fucking deal with him and get it over with, like. Drop this. I think that makes it last longer. Even if you're indoors, I think that it deteriorates slowest when it's just not on your person. We can store it back at our wee little camp today. This fucking bastard and fucking yoke.
Too much stuff to carry.
I'll pop a match just in the interest of making sure I have all of this picked up now. And so I can find my way back outside. It's only an hour of darkness left, really? How's our guy? Is he still sleepy? We can go for another hour. I am tired enough. Don't be such a fucking baby. I don't want to sleep. I'm not tired. I told you to go to bed. Okay, we're gonna eat in the interest of killing time. And hopefully bringing a bit of light in the subject so I don't waste another fucking match. This should have killed, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. I still can't see shit. We're just gonna pass time. That's all we can do. Where is the... Is it a journal? No. There is an option to... Yeah, campcraft. Drop decoy. Is there like in craft even? Like, nope. Weapons, journal, light sources, emergency stim, campcraft, crafting. Yeah, okay. Nothing worthwhile, really. We need more old man's beard. That's definitely something we want to be looking into there as well. Okay, we're gonna have to kill an hour. Just so I can see. Okay, right, good. Now, let's see what the damage is now today. Bear in mind, we've got meat in that for days here now. Oh, there's a side door. Cool. We've got meat for days. Like, feeding our guy at the moment is really not an issue. I think we want to just get out of this fucking area. So that bear fucks off. Wolf, right there. Right in the way. Oh, fuck. Supposed to be want to try and take him on, like, or do I want to risk losing an arrow? Do we want to try and draw him over and then get around him? It's a fair old run back to this gaff now that I think about it. Jesus Christ. I suppose that's the problem with being in this area, is that there's always going to be animals. So, like, well, it's great that you get the fucking garage. You have to deal with all the fuckers that live here, too. If I go over there, I'm going to end up getting attacked by the wolf. And I'm going to either hit him with an arrow and then lose the arrow, because I've got so much shit on me, and I'm not really going to be able to follow him, and it's snowing. Two, I'm probably going to get involved in an altercation with this. I'm probably going to lose a bit of quality in all my goods. That's him over there then. Okay, right. Shit, I lost sight of him. Is that him there? Yeah, there he is. If he keeps going that way, we're golden. And we're assuming that's the only one. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna try. Be big and bold here now. No, I think we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Unless there's another one, we're okay for now. Fuck it. Famous last words. Fuck it. Damn. Good one. We made it. We're in it to win it. Fantastic. We're going to drop off the deer hide. And, of course, we're going to get more gut curing. Just so we have a bit of cordage. We are going to pop our head out the front and just add a bit of more food onto our pile. And, of course, it is fantastic venison. The only my fear is that I'll aggro this wolf now immediately. Of course. We'll go around the back door. We'll drop it off there. No harm in having food on each door in case of something like that occurring, I guess. Frustrating as that is. My fear now is he's too close now and he'll aggro on me even here. Yeah, well, that's the exact problem that's after happening there. Right. I don't want to keep that food on me for the day. What we could do is attempt to reset the wolf by sleeping for an hour. So hopefully he will have moved on to a different position. What we can do is we'll pop our head out the back door now. And hopefully not immediately get attacked. The weather is definitely not good. Our temperature dropped quite a lot there. You can see it, like it's only starting to come back up now. Yeah, definitely not a day to be out and about. So what I reckon we're gonna do is we're gonna whack another hour of research in here now. We'll see how the weather is then. Still quite bad by the sounds of things. So what we do is we whack another hour of research in and see what the weather situation is then. Still quite bad by the sounds of things. So we'll whack another hour of research in. This is good. This is shit that you should be staying on top of whenever you can. Weather sounds better, but it's still quite bad. So we'll go for another one, sure. Might as well maximize our use of the daylight. Weather is still quite bad. The sound stopped there because I hit escape. And the weather is starting to clear up now. Now, the alternative of what we could have done there is we could have slept and try and maintain some amount of kind of tiredness on our character. We're going to drop all of these sticks here. So that way, again, we always have something we can start a fucking fire with. And it just means that it takes off that need for us to go investigating or breaking things down in here. It just means that we're ready to fucking go. Have it and not need it, then need it and not have it. It's just a mantra I apply to a lot of things in this game. Now again, we're going to need to do a cook soon anyway, so we need to keep that in mind as well. You go through the wolf fairly fast. Like, a wolf only lasts you for about 2 days once you get your cooking to the level that we have it at. Whereas a deer, you get 2 or 3 days out of a deer. You'd be quite well fed off one of them. And a lot of what we cooked there was fairly stale as well, or getting close to it. Let's pop our head... wilderness kitchen. Well, that's going to be our latest... that's going to be our latest study, and that's only going to take 5 hours to fucking do as well. 2019 edition? Damn. 2017 to 2019? No way. Tips and tricks on how to prepare food in the wilderness. Researching this will improve your skill. Improves cooking skill by 10 points. And again, if we go to the journal here and we actually do look at our skills, our cooking is up to the level 4, but can go to level 5. So there's no harm in continuing to improve these things. Like, it's only gonna make our guy better, I guess. I don't know if you get any more perks as a result of that. Let's see where this fucker is. We'll see what we can get done, because I really have not been productive today at all. Here, Doge. Will too. I think the weather makes them fuck off. Like, a blizzard that was that bad would be bad for them too. So I feel like he's not here, but I want to confirm my suspicions. I think we're good. I don't think he's here. Yeah, no, I think they've all fucked off. Neat, we can get some shit done. I'm also mindful that we're probably coming up on the end of this episode here now, guys. We've kind of let it run on a bit, so... Where's the fucking card that I want to search? It's the one over here. I did hear him howling. I think I heard the bear. I'm pretty certain I heard the bear. There's wolves there. I think I heard like a breath. Fucking hell, man. Ammo. No. No. Fuck it. Again, not a very successful day, really. Right, we'll make our way up to that other cabin. I'm gonna have a look in the other cabin, since we have a ton of deer meat and shit like that now. And then I'll probably wrap the episode up there, just in the interest of having some form of fucking progression, because we didn't really get a lot done today, other than, like, reading books. I say that like reading is a bad thing. Reading is great, but we didn't really get a whole lot of shit discovered today. So, kind of want to do a bit of exploration. Even if it means the episode will become an hour long, but what can you do? What can you do? And we're just going to be big and brawn here and just walk straight up. I think the area is going to be okay, though. This is silly, but we'll be fine. I think that noise there, the wind blowing, is what I heard. And it just sounded like a growl. Check the outside of it, sure, while we have a bit of time. Let's see if there's any items just scattered around. You know what this game does be like. It's worth taking the extra second or two just to do that. Just to make sure there's nothing. And there's nothing. Now, this is an L2-story cabin here by the looks of things, so... I have high... Oh, it's one of these again, right? We've already done one of these. And we're just going to grab everything. We've actually done this one. I've searched this one. Have I? Because that says searched. Right, well, that's RIP for this idea. I have been here, haven't I? I have, yeah, this is all empty. Okay, now we've knocked this one on the head. No, that's... This looks so familiar. I think we've already been in one of these. No, we've actually done this one. Okay, well, that's fine. That's good. We have that knocked on the head. Well, so much for progression. RIP. Okay, neat. The joys of not playing this consistently non-stop every single day, like... What games am I playing at the moment? I'm playing WoW still. Chronos 2. I'm playing Battle Brothers, which is a game I bought a while back. Back in its alpha state. It's gone full release now at the moment. And I have to say, they've done some really good work with it. It's good crack if you're into like a turn-based kind of strategy game. It is quite fun. Quite difficult, but it's fun. The temptation to save scum is unreal, but it's good crack. Definitely worth a look. I don't know how much it's going for at the moment. It was quite cheap when I bought it, but it's probably more expensive now because they've finished it. So, you know, RIP. But definitely a decent game. Definitely a decent game. They've done a good job on it. And I'm going to start Mass Effect again. This time I'm going to make a couple of different decisions in comparison what I made last time, just in the interest of seeing what other various different types of storylines can play out on it. I've decided not to play Andromeda, based on the feedback I've received from my mates that did go ahead and actually buy it. They're unhappy with it. They're extremely unhappy with it. And again, it just comes back to that whole kind of, you're not playing with Shepard and crew. The whole game was built about them, pretty much. Like, the whole Mass Effect universe is fantastic, but I think the draw, though, in that kind of RPG element, which is what it is. It's an RPG game. It's a sci-fi one, but it is an RPG, is your character and the character progression, so, meh. So, that's definitely off-putting for me. Definitely. And of course I'm playing this as well. I have been neglecting Minecraft. That's been something I've not been playing. And not for any, like, particular distaste for it or like that. I just haven't had any fresh inspiration for what I wanted to do on the server. So that's why there's been, like, no Minecraft episodes. I just can't... I want to think up of something different. I don't want it just to be, like, a bog standard doing the same shit every fucking day type of thing. Like, I want to always have something fresh being done. Now, we haven't searched in here, so now we're making progression. Now, that could potentially be... Oh, well, it's not well insulated. It's a skiing jacket. Surely that would be well insulated. Oh, well, actually, no. I suppose you don't want to sweat so much when you're doing something like that, do you? Makes sense. And again, something to bear in mind, like... Every time you come into a house, there could be people in it. In real life, not necessarily in this game. Of course, everyone's fucking dead. But, like, every time you come into one of these places, there could be survivors, and they may not be fucking friendly. Like, if you were going into any of these gaffs to loot them, you want to go in packing something, like, to be able to protect yourself. Because people have stuff. People will want to protect their stuff. Because people like me are taking it. So, people that have stuff aren't going to like people like me. And are going to want to get rid of you. Now, some of them may do it in a nice, moral fashion. A respectable, honorable fashion. And some of them may just fucking blow you away the moment they see you. Like, so you kind of have to bear that in mind. Like, that's something that would definitely play a part in your survival. Post-apocalypse. As long as there's microwaves, we're good. And toasters that are functioning. But definitely something that you'd want to bear in mind every time you came into a gaff like this. I wonder in story mode, will that be something you'll have to deal with? Like, I remember reading somewhere that they are planning on having, like, other survivors and shit, but Eat a hacksaw. I just thought there might be like H2O or something in it there. What do you got for me? Fuck you, fridge. What do you got for me, freezer? Fuck you, freezer. And again, it is nice to get these done while it's daytime. And damn, there's loads of food here. Shit, no, I don't want to break that. That was a fucking ton of grub there now. Fucking nice. More lantern fuel. I've been thinking about, like, when this series ends, about possibly doing, like, some of the challenge modes that it has on it. Now that we've unlocked a lot of the achievements, like the journal things, or not the journal things, the skill levels, I think some of them actually carry over into your further playthroughs. So I think our character has progressed to a point that we would be able to. And I think I've developed a sufficient competency to understand what's going on in the game that I would be able to as well. Failing that, I was also thinking about putting it onto Interloper. I don't think I can change it now that we're in the middle of this series, like, but I think once we do die, fail, get hella bored, and need to increase the ante, we could whack it onto Interloper and really set ourselves a fucking challenge. Like, feels bad, man. Nice TV though. That's something I've been looking at as well. I'm gonna pick up a cheap second monitor for my thing. Just something that fucking is 1080p. Like, it doesn't need to have a massive, like, refresh rate or anything like that, but something that I could read stream chat off, as opposed to using this laptop, which I think I'm gonna have to wipe and reinstall Windows on it, because it's no bueno now at the moment. Constant maxed out disk drive usage, which from what I'm aware is usually an issue when you update Windows on things like that from whatever it was up to 10. It tends to leave issues with Windows Defender running scans, and it just kind of gets caught in a loop.
I think I can use this.
Lots of clothing. Lots of clothing. I just use the laptop for work. I used to run, like, League of Legends off it and shit like that. Actually, no, I haven't even been playing League. I used to just run League of Legends off it. And StarCraft and shit like that. And WoW. Fucking back when I was playing retail, like. So, like, I've had it a fair few years. But, you know, they do degrade over time. They do start getting shitty, but if it's salvageable, it's still a fucking functioning laptop. There's nothing fucking wrong with it. Like, none of the parts are fucked, so if it is salvageable in terms of, like, kind of getting it back to a state where it actually, you know, can click things and not have to wait 5 years for something to happen, why not? Get it back on the go, have a good to go. But I use it for work and shit like that, for, like, processing paperwork and all that sort of shit, and any typing and all that sort of shit I need to do. Like, I just do it all on that. Like, I don't have Word or anything like that on this PC. Just in the fucking hell, my nose switchy. Just in the interest of saving space, I guess. I just can't be bothered putting it on it. The convenience of the laptop, though, as well. The fact that you can bring it around with you, that's always good for work and shit, too. Oh my god, itchy fucking nose. Now, let me pop our head in here. Yeah, and we have not searched in here either.
Sure I can carry much more.
This guy fucking moaning as per usual. Ow. Grab that water, which is neat. We do have water in the garage there too, but take whatever we can get and just have it all readily available. We have so many. We got so many packs of matches there, man. Holy fuck. Jesus. Come on. There we go. Oh, he's taking a while to search that one. Hey, tomato soup. That sounds wonderful right now. Sometimes a fucking, like, a tin or a cup of tomato soup is just the greatest thing on the planet. Like, sometimes, like, you just cannot beat a fucking bit of tomato soup. Sometimes it's just like the tin tomato soup. It just has that kind of, like, feel-good kind of flavor when you come in out of the cold, like after being out in the rain or some shit like that, and you just have a bit of soup. Like, it's... You can't beat it. the morale boost you'd fucking get in this situation, like from fucking getting a bit of soup like that, man. Oh, I'd be fucking sick.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Savage. Okay. There's a bench. Is there a box under that I just saw? I thought I did. What's going on this? Newspaper roll. Accelerant. Nice one. It's a door to get out of the gap there. There's a book.
This stuff will come in
Oh my
handy.
god, is that a second pair of mucklucks? Dude, fuck off, really? That's savage, man. Like, we don't need them. Like, if ours were ever to become destroyed, it's not the only pair of fucking mucklucks that we have. Like, now we actually have a fucking... We have a backup pair. Like, that's huge. Like, everything is about creating redundancies. Like, if this happens, what can I do to unfuck this situation? Just an L jumper. Oh my god, why the fuck is my nose so itchy? It's worse than it is normally, like. It's like literally like right here on the tip that just keeps getting like this tingle. Have a gander here underneath. That's what you guys watch these episodes. You want to hear me talk about my fucking itchy nose? Okay, I don't see much in there. Let's have a gander. You see, there is shit on this. Let's check in here in the corner. Fuck. Wool socks. Right, well, fuck all there, really, wasn't there? Yeah. Didn't really look under the bed there now, actually, to be fair. There was not much. Right, quite dark in this room. I do believe this warrants the use of a match.
Could end up being useful.
This episode is definitely dragged on a bit, hasn't it? Feels bad, man. What can you do? That is actually a Mackinac jacket. That actually looks really fucking nice. I would wear that. IRL. Beloved by hunters and lumberjacks alike. Neat. Yeah, no, I'd definitely hit that shit up. I like that flannel kind of fucking design. I think it's cool. Hipsterish. Yeah, I often keep my flares in the sink. What the fuck, man? Like, I keep my guns behind my toilet. Like, I don't own guns, heads up. But if I did, I would keep them behind the toilet.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't think there's much else for us to be at now in this area, so we'll go back. We'll drop off the goodies that we've acquired. I'm going to wrap this episode up there, and I guess the same thing that I said of the last episode still applies. I need to come up with a plan of what we're doing, because we don't really have an objective at the moment. Which is a bit of an issue. It's just the 2 hours. That always gets me, man. Fucking video games and their ambient music sounds. That does it, though. That sound, like, it just triggers a kind of like, something's not right here kind of response in your mind. Kudos to the person that selected it. Definitely gets that whole eerie vibe going across. That bass pong. Okay. Just a couple of sticks there. Just so that way we can just keep on adding on to our pile. We are going to have to start a fire, actually, because we do need to cook up some of that food. But we are not going to do it tonight. We will do it tomorrow. So that way we can waste an hour or two of a day. What condition is this at? 8 fucking 8. Fantastic. And the venison is likely to also be lasting a fair while too. Okay, we're gonna drop off all this shit. Probably read for the last 2 hours of daylight that we have. And then we'll progress from there. Food. Glorious food. Noises. Oh, music. Here we go. And I think the HGO is being stored here. Yes, it is. Did I say H3O there? H2O. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll do. And sure, we'll drink to top our dude up. Oh my fucking god. It's like there's a hair or something on my nose. Maybe I'm getting old and I'm getting hairs on my nose, and that's what's causing the itchiness. That's what you guys want to hear. You want to hear me getting old and talking about hair popping up on parts of my body. Okay. This is the tools. This is the tools. A whacker can opener that we're after getting. We'll actually kick. We will kick onto tools. I don't need a can opener on me because all of my canned goods should be here. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there's no point in carrying that shit around with me. I'm sure we can always knife something to get it open if we need to. Okay, and this was clothing? This was clothing. Very good. You see, I still have it all sorted out in my head. And it's all very convenient. Now, actually, we want to actually have a look at the stats on some of this gear. That actually looks like it might be quite good. Let's hang on a second here now. Now, I think this would be replaced by a scarf. Yes, so that's the scarf is to replace that shit. Now, in terms of our hands, it will weigh less, but So I suppose we've got good gear on, but it's impeding our ability to sprint due to the fact that it's heavy as fuck. The jacket, that's quite good too. The parka is definitely the winner, though. Most definitely. Most definitely the winner. That's actually the same as that. So it would be a loss in weight, but it would be a net gain pretty much across the board. Otherwise, I am going to replace that with that and just give ourselves an extra degree or so, or half a degree, I guess, of temperature. It all adds up. This is full of clothes. Wow. Oh, fuck. Right. This is going to be our new clothes thing. I nearly did the Asavenia thing there now. Should have just left it. Why did I pick it up? It's fucking stupid. I'm putting it back in now anyway. Let's show. I nearly got Asavenia out of me there. Now that was potentially hilarious. Throw that in there. That there. That's it. Actually, when we were queuing up the start line in the race there yesterday, that actually came on. Like, there was a DJ that was playing music. I was to get everyone pumped and shit like that, you know what I mean? But fucking out of nowhere, all I hear is, Savannah, and I'm kind of fucking going, what has the fucking Lion King music got anything to do with this fucking race? This makes no sense. I'm thoroughly stranged out here now at the moment. I'm keeping matches in with the tools. I am, and there's so many here. And we're gonna leave more here because we've got so fucking many, and it does add up. It most definitely does add up in terms of weight. Like, that's nearly a kilo of matches that we've just dropped off. Like, it all adds up in the end. We are going to drop a good half of these. Now, a good half is more than half. It's a generous half. That's what I mean when I say a good half. If I say half, that means I'm going to drop exactly half. But a good half is an extra couple. I'm going to save this because, well, that puts us out of the fucking daylight, doesn't it? So what we are going to do is we're going to read for an hour, because it's the only book we have to maximize the use of the daylight while we can. Just get at now. Well, But, you know, that was never going to finish there, was it? Which means that when we're sleeping, at least we're sleeping through the night. And this has been Gibboeire, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like down below. Possibly consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any other comments, questions, concerns about anything that happened in this video, leave it down below in the comment section and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Take your handy. Bye-bye!